Hello racers and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all staying safe, healthy, and socially distant. This video is actually part 2 of my last mini-Z video, where I previously had the red Audi R8 driving on the expanded course. In that video, the Audi R8 had trouble gripping the surface due to its slippery stock tires. I actually filmed this video the same night, but other competing priorities came up in my life, so I've not had the time to edit and produce this content until now. This time I equipped the Mercedes-AMG GT3 with varying radial tires ranging from 40/40 to 20/20 front and rear. As you can see, the difference is night and day. Radial tires provide so much more grip over the stock tires. The car handles so much better and I can drive more confidently through the course without the constant fear of spinning out. One thing as a novice driver I noticed is that with the increased grip, an increase in the throttle follows quite naturally. I can drive the Mini-Z faster and it will tear through the course in less time compared to the careful partial throttle I used on the stock Audi. This means that I tend to overshoot the corners and end up taking lots of wide turns. On other occasions, if I take the corners too early, the Mercedes oversteers and turns extremely tightly, often into the barriers. Very hard braking is something that I have to get used to, but it's probably not recommended as it may still lead to some spinouts. I have to learn to push the car just enough to dart through the straightaways before entering corners at reduced speeds, and this is something that comes with a lot of practice. Another thing with the increased speed is that the driver's responsiveness must also increase. Mistakes and overcorrections are amplified with regards to steering. You'll see that the Mercedes doesn't always go in a smooth line, but rather in a zigzag fashion. This is the result of the car going much faster than my untrained eye and brain can process, and I'm having to steer away from the edge or the barriers. As a driver, one crucial thing I wanted to do differently, because I was no longer handicapped with the stock tires, was to challenge myself to drive more consistently. This meant going through the entire course at a decent pace without messing up. You can see that even with the stock motor on the 6T pinion gear, the Mini-Z accelerates really well. In fact, well enough that the car reaches its top speed by the time it approaches the corners. Therefore, I did the best I could to take advantage of the increased tire grip by accelerating through the fast L section while maintaining a lower throttle through the more technical section. This faster pace does require better response times, especially when corrections are needed due to over or understeering, and through lots of practice, I'm sure my driving skills are sure to improve. All in all, for the first major upgrade, I think the radial tires really do make a big difference. I'm still working on finding that balance between the front and rear tire combination to suit my driving style and skills. I do feel that generally the rear needs to have more grip than the front, so I'll probably start with that. If you're just getting into Mini-Z and you have some open space at home, I highly recommend getting some foam exercise mats or even the official RCP race mats to set up a course at home and enhance your experience of this hobby. For these mats, I think tires are definitely the first upgrade you should probably consider. It will make a world of difference in driving compared to the stock tires that come with the box. With higher grip, you can start dialing in and honing your skills as a driver and not feel handicapped or limited by the stock car's performance. In the future, I plan to add more optional hop-up parts to this Mini-Z and see how they will affect the car's handling afterwards. So please stay tuned for future videos on that. I hope you enjoyed this particular video, and please consider subscribing if you would like to see more updates from my channel.